If you're trying to change and improve your life but still don't feel good enough, then this video is for you. Because the thing that really helped me to change my life wasn't another productivity hack or adding more to my routine, it was self-love. Now, most people have heard about self-love and heard about how important it is to love yourself, but they don't actually know why it's important and what it can do for them and their lives in the long run. So let's cover that today. But first, I want to talk about what self-love isn't, because there's lots of miscommunication and confusion around what self-love actually is. So first, self-love isn't about only loving yourself and nobody else in your life, and that's not what self-love is about. Self-love is about also learning to and loving yourself as you would anybody else in your life that you love or that you like. Because we are all taught so much to love other people, right? To love our families, to love our friends, to love other people in our lives. But we are not taught how to love ourselves and how important it is to love ourselves. Most of us, nearly all of us, I would say, haven't been taught this. I wasn't taught this either, but I learned this myself, and you can too. And this is why I make videos like this, because I want more people to learn to love themselves and the importance of loving themselves. Most people have been taught that it was arrogant to love yourself or that it was cringy to love yourself. And so even if they want to love themselves, they don't try to, or they don't do it openly or actively because they think it's cringy or it's arrogant. But the truth is, if you learn to love yourself more, you will actually learn to love other people more in your life as well. So I'll explain this with an analogy. So let's imagine a full glass, okay? Like a full glass of water, whatever it is, a full glass. Now, if somebody else, and let's say this is your glass, now somebody else asks you to pour a little bit into their glass because let's say their glass is empty or their glass is only a little bit full. Now, because you have a full glass of water or whatever you have, you will be willing, hopefully, to pour a little bit into this person. Let's say you like this person or this person is important to you, you love them. So you're like, okay, I'll pour a little bit for you. Now this person has more and you have a little bit less, but you're fine with that because your glass was pretty full anyway. Now, if we use the same example in self-love, so this person with the full glass is very, very self-loving towards themselves. You know, they take care of themselves, they love themselves, they're happy within themselves and their lives, and they're trying to, or they're learning to, because that is also important. You don't have to be, nobody is 100%, self-loving or 100% self-caring. A lot of people are learning. I'm learning. We're all learning, right? And if you're watching this, you probably just want to learn as well. So this person who is learning or already self-loving is the full glass, and now and someone else is like, oh, can you give me some time, can you give me some care or support or love, whatever. Because this person is already caring and loving themselves, they are more capable to pour into this person, to pour into their glass, into their life, whatever you want to think about. So that's why it's so important to actually have this foundation of self-love and trust and care towards yourself. Because if this person had only a half glass full or no glass, they were empty, their glass was empty, and somebody asked to pour into them time, energy, love, whatever, care, this person won't be able to, because they have nothing to pour. No time, no energy, no love, because they can't do it for themselves, right? Or they are not learning to do it for themselves. So this is why it's so important that you love yourself, because if you can love yourself, you can love other people better as well. Now, another misconception that a lot of people have about self-love is loving yourself means you think that you are superior or better than anybody else. And look, self-love is absolutely not about this, because loving yourself, just like how you would love somebody else, doesn't make you think, or it shouldn't make you think, and it won't make you think that you're superior or better than anyone else. Loving yourself means you accept yourself as you are, and you are learning to and working on improving yourself and your relationship with yourself. So that's what self-love is about, and it's not about comparing yourself to others and thinking you're better than them. Self-love isn't about comparison at all, actually. And on the other hand, self-love is also not about feeling inferior to anybody else. So because self-love isn't about comparing yourself to anybody else, so you don't think you're better than anyone else, or you don't think that you're inferior to anybody else. So self-love isn't about comparison to anybody else at all, really. It's a comparison, if you want to compare, and if you want to think about it in a comparison way, it's really only comparing yourself to who you were in the past and improving and working on improving yourself now and learning to and growing into a better person. So it's not about comparison at all, not about feeling superior or inferior to anybody else. And learning to love yourself and embarking on this self-love journey will really help you in everything that you do in life. So it will help you in your career, in building more relationships, friendships, your self-growth, self-improvement journey, really anything that you do, achieving your goals, dreams, everything. And that's because if you have this foundation of I'm already worthy enough, I'm already good enough, I'm already doing things, and then you improve instead of coming from a place of I'm not good enough, I'm never good enough, and I need to improve because I'm not good enough. Instead of stemming from that kind of mindset, if you stem from a mindset of I'm a good person, I just want to improve and get even better and better and better, then you will actually be more motivated to embark on your journey and to continue your journey of developing yourself and all of these things. Because most people that give up, I would say, or that don't even want to start in the first place are the people who think they're not good enough. That's why they need to change and they need to change everything, which isn't true. Like, we are all worthy inherently of love and care and a lot of good things in our lives, and it's just about recognizing and knowing that so that we can continue to develop and grow into even more beautiful people, very successful people. Also knowing what these things are, so like make like a list of things, like what do I love about myself, like yes, include like a lot of if you want appearance-based things, but also just like qualities and like personality traits or whatever, anything that you love about yourself. It doesn't have to be like the biggest thing ever, but knowing what those things are and having like a list and something to look back to even when you forget that there are already amazing things about yourself that you can love. And another really, really important thing that learning to love yourself and going on this journey and learning more about self-love will do for you is you will get it will get you to treat yourself with more kindness and more respect. Because why would we, just like think about it, why would we treat ourselves, someone, like we spend our entire lives with ourselves, like in this body, like I'm spending my entire life in this body, I'm spending my entire life with myself, and you are with you, and we are all with ourselves, right? But we tend to not treat ourselves with enough respect, enough kindness, enough love. Like, think about anybody else that we also love in our lives, right? Like, our best friends, our moms, our whoever, like other people in our life that we love a lot, that we like a lot. We treat them with the utmost respect, the utmost kindness, the utmost care. But we tend to forget that we are also people. We are also humans, right? Who want love and care and respect. And yes, a lot of us will have people that we get these things from other people, right? Like our family, our friends, our loved ones, whoever. But we forget that we should also be giving this to ourselves. So self-love and learning to love yourself and embarking on this journey, this is what it will do. And this will really, really change your life, because the way you treat yourself is also how other people will treat you too. So if you treat yourself with more kindness and more respect, other people will also treat you with more kindness and more respect, which is very, very important in all of our lives. So ending this video now, I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you've made it this far in the video, I want you to comment a blue or a white heart, matching with the theme today, matching with my sweater. And suggest more ideas, like down in the comments, like let me know what you guys want to see, and tell me what your thoughts were, what stuck out to you from this video, or what else if you learned anything new, let me know. Like write down in the comments, let me know, we can chat. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon. Mwah.